The Stranger Things Season 5 finale just hit, and it's the most emotional, chaotic, and unpredictable chapter in the entire series. Today we're breaking down every major twist, every heartbreaking moment, and the real reason this finale might change everything you thought you knew about these characters. But before we get into it, spoiler warning ahead for the ending of Stranger Things. Let's answer the question that's on everyone's mind. Is Eleven actually dead? Because the finale doesn't just hint at loss. It redefines what loss means in this story. From the very first frame, this isn't a normal battle. This is existential. This feels like the universe itself is unraveling. Eleven is pushed to her limits. No jokes, no quips, just relentless pressure from a world that never stops clawing back. And in the final confrontation, the imagery becomes haunting. We see Eleven pushed into a situation where her only option seems to be sacrifice. Not victory, not survival sacrifice. That's where fans have been questioning what we saw versus what we think we saw, because the finale cuts away in a moment of ambiguity that could mean death, or something equally powerful and enigmatic. According to the Today article, there is no official confirmation Eleven is dead. The scene ends on a dramatic beat, but one that leaves room for interpretation, and fans are already debating what that means. But while all eyes are on Eleven, the emotional beating heart of this finale belongs to Will Byers. From day one, Will's story was always about feeling different, misunderstood, haunted, not just by the upside down, but by the sense that the world saw him as someone fragile. And in this finale, he becomes something else entirely. According to the Los Angeles Times, Noah Schnapp, the actor who plays Will, talked about how this finale gave him his most meaningful and powerful work yet. That's not an accident. The cameras linger on his face, his hesitation, his fear, but also his courage. In a moment where everything feels hopeless and everything is collapsing, Will steps up, not just as a survivor, but as a leader. He becomes the one who rallies the group, who connects the emotional pieces, and who refuses to let them give up, even when the forces they're facing feel unbeatable. That's the power of this finale, because it doesn't just wrap up plot threads, it completes arcs. Eleven's journey has always been about loss. Losing her powers, losing her past, losing people she cared about. But here's the twist most fans might have missed. This finale doesn't treat loss as an endpoint. It treats loss as transformation. Eleven's ambiguous fate is not just about whether she lives or dies. It's about what it means to move forward after loss, to rebuild, to find strength in the void left behind. That ambiguity, that emotional gray area, is exactly why fans are exploding online. And here's where things get even more interesting, because this finale may not end everything. Some fans believe that the way the finale closes, with unresolved threads, unanswered questions, and character fates left hanging, is designed for future stories. Not just spin-offs, not just retrospectives, but something bigger. Why? Because the characters who survived, including Will, Lucas, Max, and others, are all in places that feel like the beginning of a new journey. For example, Will's leadership role in the group now feels central to what comes next. Lucas and Max have finally found peace, but it's one that feels fragile, and Eleven's ambiguous ending almost demands a continuation, either in a spin-off, special, or even a crossover. And the finale doesn't shy away from emotional stakes. It leans into them. It makes you feel not just dread, not just tension, but real emotional investment in every surviving character. That's exactly why this finale has become one of the most talked about moments in the show's history. Because at the end of the day, Stranger Things has always been about connection, not monsters, not governments, not alternate dimensions. It's about the people caught in between, the friendships, the fears, the love that keeps fighting back even when everything seems lost. And this finale, more than any other, drives that home. So when you ask, is Eleven dead? The answer, based on what we saw and what's been reported, is not a clear yes, and it's not a clear no. It's a question, a challenge, and maybe the most powerful ending this show has ever given us. Because Stranger Things isn't afraid to leave us with uncertainty, not because it doesn't want closure, but because it wants us to feel the gravity of what these characters went through and what they have yet to become.